If you're planning a trip to Madeira, you're not going to want to miss these 7 incredible spots outside of Funchal. So settle in and join me on this trip around the northwest of Madeira Island. Let's do it. First stop of the day, and we are just outside Sao Vicente on the north side of the island, and already you can see that the landscape is very different to the area around Funchal. You have dramatic cliffs, waterfalls, and yeah, it just feels very different. I've stopped off just outside Sao Vicente because the village of Sao Vicente is actually on the coast. However, I've always wanted to come to this church. It sits on top of a little hill, and I think it's going to have amazing views of the area around here. I think it's 175 steps to the top. Let's go check it out and see if the views are as good as I think they will be. Man, the view is incredible, but I think I kind of want to wait for the top, and I'll show you this spectacular view when I get there. Okay, we made it. It's actually very easy. 175 easy steps to climb up. Do not judge it by the fact that I'm out of breath. My fitness is terrible right now. But if you're not convinced by the fact that I say you need to leave Funchal to see the best of this island, this very first stop, I'm sure, will convince you. Check this out. Isn't that amazing? You have the houses with the orange roofs, which just look so nice against the lush green background, the most spectacular panoramic mountains. And you have the steps of the terracing, I guess, where people, of course, grow vegetables and things like that. But actually here, in this region, because of the cooler climate, a lot of the agriculture here is actually vineyard, which produce grapes for the Madeira wine. Sometimes I say being on this island is a little bit like being in Jurassic Park, and this is one of those places where you definitely get that feeling. And it is panoramic. I mean, there's a few bushes in the way, but you have almost a 360-degree view of mountains. And I think if we go down here, we should get a view down to the sea. Okay, yeah. Here you go, check it out. The mountains make a corridor, a gateway to the ocean. I think I'm gonna get the drone up and I'll show you some of the drone footage from around this area. And let's not forget the church. And there you go. What a timely reminder. Let's not forget the church. The reason why we came to this peak. It is pretty in its own way. It's a touch run down, but I guess that adds to the charm of it. And yeah, I guess you're not specifically coming for the church, but it is quite a cool feature. Oh man, I don't want the first stop to be the highlight of the video, and I don't think it will be, because there's another incredible place I want to take you to. But I wasn't ready for how spectacular this view was. You have to stop here. You can't just drive past on the way. Yeah, what more can I say? The pictures speak for themselves. All along this coastal road you'll find signposts for a miradoro, or in English a viewpoint. You can find them all over Madeira, but especially on this northern coastal road. They're definitely worth seeking out and stopping. Each one has a unique view. Not all of them are worth stopping for, but you should definitely check out a few of them. Like this one just between Sao Vicente and Seixal. And this is where we're going next, a little town called Seixal, and it is drop dead gorgeous. Okay guys, welcome to Seixal, another stunning little village on the northern coast of Madeira. And I really like this place. It's another place you have to stop by if you're coming through. There are a few things to do. I mean, you can have a walk around, it's very nice. It feels very rustic compared to the elegant Funchal, but that's kind of what everywhere on this side of the island feels like. They also have natural saltwater swimming pools here, which are made in the volcanic rock. But let's be honest, you're stopping here for the views, and it is just a breathtaking little place with the most amazing views of the sea. There's a little spot right in the centre of town called Mirador de Seixal, so there's free parking here. You can park up, have a little walk around, look at the sea and get a real feel for this little village. Okay, next up I have stopped off in Ribera de Janella, which I probably pronounced wrong, but it's easy to find. It's on the map. It's on the way between Seixal and Porto Moniz. And the reason you come here is to stop off to see this unique rock. There's a viewpoint here where you can take the steps up to walk to that viewpoint, or you can just walk around the side and come to the stony beach area and admire this rock formation. Sadly, it is too windy to put the drone up, so I was hoping to get a really nice shot of the rock itself, but hey, we'll just have to give the perspective as if you're me looking at the rock. I think it's worth stopping off for though. There's free parking, takes a few minutes of your time, and hey, it's a great photo opportunity. Okay, you can loop around actually, so I recommend coming down on the beach and then walking up the path to get up to the viewpoint and come back down the steps to the car park. So I definitely think that this is the better view of the rock, so make sure you do come to this little viewpoint. The next place that you should know about, and to be honest you probably will know about, because it's one of the places that most people want to come to once they do their research on Madeira, is called Porto Moniz. It's about an hour away from Funchal. People want to come here for one reason and one reason only, and that is the natural saltwater pools. They are gorgeous, although maybe it's a little rough today to go in them. It's a nice place to come for the afternoon. Obviously you have the saltwater pools. There's also a little aquarium here that you can take the kids to. It's not the best aquarium you've ever been to, but it's something to do. There's play areas, there's cafes, there's restaurants. But wow, even today, seeing it like this with this rough sea is also gorgeous. Woo, check that one. I think there's a cool spot down here where you can get the wave crashing against you in the background. Let's see. This big one coming in. Let's see. Okay, I think it's probably time to head to the next destination, and this is the one I have been waiting for. I cannot wait to show you this one. And this is why I said it's so worth stopping when you see a good viewpoint. You can see right down onto Porto Moniz from above. Who needs a drone? One thing you are guaranteed in Madeira is a good drive. I can't film that much because I'm driving. When you're around Funchal and it's busy and it's peak rush hour, it can be a little hairy, but I think it has a bad reputation. Once you get outside of that and you get into this area of the island, it is quiet. The roads are good enough, especially when you're on the VE roads or the highways. Yeah, for me, there's not that much to worry about. Just be careful, be extra safe, I guess, and yeah, get out and enjoy it. Okay, we made it to the Cruz Cable Car. You come down this steep, winding road and you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, but it is well signposted and Google Maps does find it easily, so don't worry about that. When I first came here, probably over a year ago now, I was the only one who came down here at the time. Let's say I wasn't the only one who knew about this, but now the car park seems pretty full. I think other people have discovered it, which is a good thing because it is spectacular and I'm looking forward to showing you it. It's definitely worth the trip. So that is where we're going, all the way down there. If you're afraid of heights, you might struggle with this one, but I promise you it's worth going down. Ticket costs €5. This place is open from 8 in the morning until 12, and then it closes for an hour, opens back up at 1 o'clock until 6 o'clock. So if you are planning to do this, make sure you come here early enough to enjoy your time down there. Okay, here we go. Into the cabin. Doors are shutting. We're committed now. I don't have a fear of heights, so I'm okay, but it's a little bit windy today. There is a definite sway in the wind, but it's not too bad, it's very smooth. I wouldn't worry so much. Right, we made it. As I said, it was fine. It wobbled about a little bit in the wind, but considering how windy it is, it's surprisingly stable. But the view is spectacular. I cannot describe how amazing the view is on the way down here. Feel how windy it is, right? But look at this. You can see right back up to where we came from. Right back up at the top of the cliff. If I've ever said somewhere is my favourite place on the island, I'm sorry, but I've lied to you. This is my favourite place on the island. Let's hope he's not here for the cable car, huh? Okay, let me get out of the wind and tell you a little bit about this place. I probably should have checked how far down it is from the cliff. Maybe I'll leave it as a caption, but yeah, I didn't do that. And you don't get any signal here, so apologies. But it's a long way down, hence why you have this spectacular, breathtaking cliff running all the way down this place. But essentially what it is a path. You come down and you can walk along it. You come down here to enjoy the views, have a little walk along the coastal path. I don't know if you can swim. I wouldn't recommend it on a day like today, once again, because of the weather, once the cable car shuts at 6 o'clock, that's it, you're cut off. Nobody lives down here. What you have are these little patchwork spots of land that people come down during the day and keep. They grow their vegetables, they do what they want, and then they go back up before 6 o'clock. But, and this is super cool, you can actually stay down here. There are listings on Airbnb for some of these little houses that people have converted into, I guess, a guest house. You come down before 6 o'clock and then you're cut off. You're here with nothing. You don't have access to the internet. You can fully switch off and have this slice of paradise all to yourself. It is an incredible experience and I can't recommend it highly enough. If you get a chance to do it, make sure you do. Down the cliff, just I can't use the word breathtaking, spectacular, incredible. I think I've used that enough. But where you get the cliff meeting the ocean and you get the haze, this misty haze, I guess maybe the salt in the air or the spray from the sea rather coming off, it is a lovely view. I was going to go to one more place on my way back, but to be honest, I think I'll just stay here and enjoy this view. Whilst I'm here, I may as well make the most of it, right? I do have drone footage taken of this next place, so I'll just tell you a bit about it and I'll show you the drone footage. But I recommend it as a final stop on the way back to Funchal. It's called Cabo Girao, and if you think this is high, just wait until you visit this place. I believe it's the highest headland in Europe. It's about 580 meters above the sea. And they have put this amazing glass platform that you can walk out and look all the way down to the bottom. Kind of looks a little bit like this. It is also worth checking out. It's a lot easier to access. It's a lot closer to Funchal. You can park there, there's a cafe. It is also free. Check it out and I hope you enjoy the views.